Representative Soto for that very beautiful and inspiring poem that really captures not only the tragedy that occurred in Orlando at the Pulse nightclub that night, but the heroic acts, how our community came together, and really provides the hope that our community needs in moving forward. So thank you so much for that. You know, Mr. Speaker, no one can tell the story better than the family members who lost their loved ones that night, the survivors who were within the club that night. And at this time, we would like to share some of the letters from family members and survivors. The first letter that I would like to share comes from a mother who, if you were watching at all during the early hours of this tragic incident, this particular mother was going around asking anyone who she could about her son, trying to find him, trying to get word of him. And I would like to share a mother's story from Christine Leinonen. My son was one of the 49 people killed at Pulse nightclub on June 12th of 2016. Those were 49 humans who collectively could have lived another 2,500 years. That's longer than we've had civilization. They were moms and dads and siblings and kids, straight, gay, Latino, Asian, Caucasian. They were your constituents. They deserved better than to die in a flurry of bullets. My son Chris was a happy, quirky, goofy young man and had been from baby on. He was every mother's dream to hit the kid lottery. He was the only child, and I never married. I couldn't have loved him more. He became a licensed mental health therapist. He loved his work and his personal life. Chris had many friends. Chris and his boyfriend, Juan, were one of at least 3 couples to die together that night. Another Juan and 2 Lewises. Chris was one of 2 Lewises, or 2 Christophers to die that night, and at least 6 Christophers who died or survived. The magnitude of the killing is that there were so many names repeated. My son was a loving and giving person. He was someone who was going to be my right-hand man when I was old and incapacitated. Now I have no one. Chris lived his life with love and kindness. He was a walking, talking United Nations, inclusive of all. Not by design, but because he cared about character, not race, gender, sexuality, or ethnicity. He lived a life of inclusion. You would have loved him if you knew him, whether he was your child or friend or cousin or coworker. The world has a little less joy without him in it. Hugs and kisses. Christopher's mom. And at this time, I would like to yield back to my colleague, Representative Soto, who will continue to share.
And I thank the gentle lady from Florida, Congresswoman